folks, it's Captain Matt again, and here we are at the Troy Waterfront Farmers Market. You can hear the music in the background, I imagine, but we've had a good day today, and it's early in the season. Gardeners are just starting to plant their gardens, and people that have come by have looked at worm castings, not knowing what they're all about, but they saw our sign saying organic fertilizer and soil builder and worm castings, and we have some new converts to the worm world. So just a few things about the market. When you do a market, let me just tell you how I do it, because I'm not trying to tell you how to do it, but a few things that we do is, number one is put business cards on the table. And the business card is the same logo as everything we do, one logo for everything. So as soon as someone sees the worm, the Captain Matt worm, they understand exactly where we're at. I also, we're selling tea. It was not a big seller today, but the worm poo was a really good seller. And I also did this last year and this year, and it's been very successful, is I bring someone else's products to the table. And we brought Urban Worm bag in today, and we've had numbers of sales. I spoke to Steve at Urban Worm Bag, and by the way, just give Steve a call. He'll love to talk to you. But I bought a number of those from him, and gave me a great price, and have a 50% markup on it. And so every time we sell one of those, it's $60. So it's good. But it's important also to have a reasonable show. The tent idea with a banner in the front is extremely acceptable, and it will draw people in if you use a banner. You want people to walk by your stand at the farmers market and wonder what's going on there. And also an attractive label. If you don't have a label, an attractive label, a colorful label, I suggest to you that maybe find someone that can do one. And usually 8, 9, and 10-year-old kids really draw the best labels, if you ask me. I also today walked around and I visited 3 of the organic farmers here at the market. And we started talking about their fertilizer and what they're using. All 3 were very aware of worm castings. None of them were using it, but I went ahead and took a bag and just gave it to them and said, hey, listen, give it a try. Try it out on a few plants off to the side. See if this is not the fertilizer for the future. And I spoke to them about the fact that I can instruct them and guide them so that they can build such a worm farm at their organic farm that they will not have fertilizer fees any longer. Fertilizer is going through the roof. This year, non-organic fertilizers have tripled, and organic fertilizers are going through the roof also. So I'm going to work with these 3 farmers and hopefully be able to help them establish enough of a worm farm that they'll be able to produce 5 to 10 tons of worm castings in a year. And then the big thing today was everybody that I spoke to, I looked at them and said, hey, are you a gardener? And they'd say, I'm trying to be, and I'd say, well, this is your year, because I have what it's going to take for you to become a gardener. And I talked to them about the worm castings, and I also go through the instructions with them. So, this bag here, it will take care of a 50 by 50 area in the garden, and I'll sell them one of these if they have a 50 by 50-ish. And then I let them know under every plant, you're going to want to put a handful underneath. We discussed this in the last video, but I taught everybody that made a sale with me. A number of them were resales. People came back and said, I used it last year, and I'm back because it did such a wonderful job in our gardens. So we had fun today. I had a chair. I got to sit back a little bit, watch people going by. And, it's fun to watch people scratch their head as they see the word worm castings if they don't know what it's all about. But a few people stopped, even though they weren't gardeners, and asked, what is it? And so we got to share the worm story with them. So guys, just good being able to share these things with you. And we'll look forward to seeing you real soon. We're working on a few really great videos coming up. Don't forget, there's no question that's a stupid question. Ask your questions, and don't forget to, at the bottom of your page, you have a lot of links you can link up to. And so, guys, that's the farmers market here in Troy. And just remember, we're different. We're worm people, and everybody doesn't realize how wonderful that is. But let's be able to share everything as worm people, not hoard information. Signing out, Captain Matt here.